Welcome to video log 6, focusing on the coaching process. This video will be looking at my performance as a coach during a coaching session where I introduced the clean movement to an athlete. If we look at a plan, do, review style model of coaching process and relate it to this session, the plan was to evaluate the athlete's ability to carry out the clean and then break down the movement into its component parts to aid and develop certain aspects of the clean should it be required. Another specific part of the plan was to use video footage of the athlete to provide feedback to them on their technique, as the effectiveness of this is something I have previously reflected on when reviewing a recent session.
We'll do one more. Okay, cool. Just give that a break there. So, how did that feel?
I wasn't getting underneath it at all.
Okay.
The getting it up there's fine.
Yeah. So why wouldn't we get into it, do you think? Okay, so just getting used to it. So what did you notice about that then? So you're pulling it up, it looks good. You're pulling it up and you're stopping there.
Felt like just the weight was just continuing going up. So
yeah, okay, so
One of the first things that we noticed through the use of video feedback was the fact that the athlete was leading with his hips and getting his torso parallel to the floor during the first pull. The footage here is actually of the athlete once he started to improve this slightly, and that was after showing him some video feedback of himself. Use of this video feedback was key in my opinion, as I don't think I would have picked up on this movement without it being in slow motion, and it was useful for the athlete to actually see the error themselves. So this next example, when the athlete comes up to the bar after my demo, is an example of me offering feedback on the athlete's performance without asking him how the movement felt. And the idea behind this was so that the athlete could get some instant feedback from me to build on in his next repetition with some small and easy to understand teaching points to action. And this type of feedback was selected because the athlete is still fairly unfamiliar with the clean movement. And so any reflection on the movement might not be that accurate or useful because he hasn't got a great understanding of the performance of the clean yet.
So nice and slow, and then power toes. Good, okay. This time, the second rep, that start position, your weight was on your heels a bit.
it's on this.
You sit backwards too much. So get your shoulders slightly forward of the bar, so you're on your toes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Nice straight back. Toes on the toes, weight on the toes, forwards. That's it, that's better. So it's the hang position, nice and slow, and then power push. Good, okay. Next breath, so you sort your toes out.
Yeah.
This time, you've got into your bad habit of your hips coming up.
Yes.
Yeah. So just focus on the torso angle. So torso angle, weight on the toes. So get that back nice and straight, bum down, chest up, toes. Good, okay, up and come, maintain that angle, nice and slow, power push. Wonderful, good, okay, so a couple more of those.
Having used athlete self-reflection and video footage to provide feedback to the athletes so far during this session, as well as a more basic approach of instant coach feedback in the form of short, sharp coaching cues, it was decided to continue with the latter rather than asking the athlete how the movement felt or taking the time to analyse video footage. The reason for this was due to the fact that we had established that the athlete was new to the full clean movement and there had been some instant corrections made to technique using short, sharp coaching points. And as the athlete was tiring, I wanted to reduce the demand on him and remove the need for self-reflection and analysis of video footage. Therefore, on reflecting overall on this session and the use of different feedback methods, I found the use of athlete self-reflection and video footage very effective. However, I believe these may be more suited to an athlete more experienced and more used to the movement being coached. This athlete, although new to the movement of the clean, definitely showed some appreciation of the technical aspects of the clean and could see where there were errors. However, I feel that more of an improvement was made to his technique through short, sharp teaching points and would therefore look to use video feedback and self-reflection when working with athletes more experienced with the movement being coached.